Hey everyone, the name is Kris. Welcome to Gear Corner. This is my first video in 2024, so first of all, Happy New Year. Second of all, I wanted to talk about my Telecaster, because I like talking about Telecasters. There's this subject that not a lot of people talk about. It's how Relic guitars or aged guitars age over time. Right? You have a new guitar, then you get your dings and scratches and everything over the years. If you have a Relic guitar, most people assume it's just gonna look exactly like that forever. It's so not true. It's crazy how this guitar changed over the 7 years of owning it, and I wanted to talk about it. But before I show you some details and share my experience on that, I want to let the guitar introduce itself. Enjoy the intro track. According to my channel's statistics, a lot of you people who are watching my videos are not subscribers. So in case you enjoy these kind of shenanigans, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and yeah, all those stuff I'd really appreciate. And of course, check out the description box if you want details on the gear I'm using, timestamps and all those things. So let's get into how aged guitars or Relic guitars actually age over time. First of all, I want to talk about the basics. What does the word relic or aging means? It's when the maker of the instrument scratches and hits the guitar on spots and does things to the finish to make it look old. There are different levels of that. A light aging is when you just have a few scratches and maybe weather checking where the finish cracks, and then medium and heavy and all kinds of levels. All kinds of brands will do different things to their instruments. It's something that is an important part of like custom shop or handmade instruments of big brands and small tiny manufacturers or like private luthiers even. And there are people who like it, there are people who don't care, and there are people who really fully hate this whole relicing thing. I understand all of them. I don't think it should be hated or loved. It should be considered as one of the choices one has when ordering one of these pretty pricey instruments. I understand the psychology behind it, and I really appreciate that. But I am not keen on like super heavy Relic. Unless you're Rory Gallagher or some other people, your guitar will never look like that. Like no finish left on the instrument. You need smoky bars, you need a really aggressive acidic sweat, you need, I don't know, huge spikes on your arm to scratch everything. Most people don't do that, so I think that's a little over the top. But like a light Relic or like a medium aged instrument just feels like home from day one. It's just like torn jeans. What's the problem with that? I still prefer instruments that I play a lot without heavy relicing, because I I like the idea of putting those dents and scratches in myself. That's exactly what happened to this guitar. This is Journeyman Relic, which is Fender Custom Shop's lightest relic, or second to lightest relic category, really. And what that means is that you have a few dings and dongs, and you have like weather checking, where the nitro finish cracks, and that's pretty much it. So when this guitar arrived 7 years ago in 2016, it just did not look like it does right now at all. The only thing I asked for is to remove the finish on the back, because I just don't like sticky finishes. So that's the only thing that was pretty radical on the guitar. But other than that, none of these huge marks were there. It was just all the really dark little hits you can see, which is probably tinted in a way. Those are the ones that were there when I got the guitar. And for the most part, like all the wear on the pick guard, this crazy big mark, the finish disappearing on the armrest position or section of the guitar, and the buckle wear, that's all actual wear. These guitars, doesn't matter what category of relic Fender does, they will age much faster and much more in an old school vintage guitar kind of way compared to non-relic guitars, because of two things. First of all, the amount of finish on these instruments is like half or 1/3 of like a normal mass-produced like US Fender whatever professional Strat or Tele. So the thickness is a big factor, obviously. That's something that I definitely wanted to have. That's why I went for a custom shop, and especially like some sort of a relic where I know that they will not put tons of layers of finish on the instrument to begin with, because they have to relic it, so why would they even bother, right? That's something that I definitely wanted to have, to give the guitar the chance to age with me, right? Thinner finish is going to wear off much faster. Second factor is the type of finish. So these guitars are finished with nitro cellulose, and it does not have a lot of plasticizer in it, which means that it's not soft at all. It's super hard, and a hard finish is going to chip. So Fender uses this really thin nitro without a lot of plasticizers, which means that they will react to humidity change, to temperature change. If you hit it somewhere, the finish is just gonna break and fall off on that part. So no wonder that, because of all kinds of weird stuff that I wear when I'm on stage, this whole section just literally fell off. The finish I scratched off the finish within a few years. And the same thing goes for this little part. I haven't even realized this for my pinky. That's where my pinky is, and I didn't realize this. I didn't even see it because it's under the edge of the ashtray bridge, which covers it. So I was like the other day, like, what the hell? Okay, that's new. So these things happen, and only 7 years of intense playing of an instrument allows you to play off a lot of that finish. Same goes for the pick guard, which is also finished with nitro on these blackguard Teles. After just a few months, it started to wear off on all the parts where I touch the guitar, the pick marks, or this up here, or that huge lower section here. I rubbed basically the nitro off with my pinky, because I do use it to stabilize my right hand, so that's something that happens really fast. All right, so is it cheating or faking when you buy a Relic guitar, an aged guitar? In a way, sure, of course, because you instantly look like you played that guitar, someone played that guitar for so many years and put all the rock and roll hours in it. But I mean, come on, let's not take these things so seriously. This is not a question of life and death. It's just a damn guitar. Whatever you like, that's gonna be the best one for you. You know, don't let anyone tell you that, I don't know, aging is the only, like, aged guitars are the best ones, or aged guitars are lame and don't touch it. You're gonna be a, I don't know, a fake loser if you do it. It's all just, you know, it's all just blah blah. My tip for those who want a guitar to age with them, get one of those instruments that are gonna be relic anyhow. This could be like a huge custom shop, which is gonna be really pricey, unfortunately nowadays, or like a luthier's instrument or whatever it is, something with thin nitro without a lot of plasticizer as told, and maybe ask for like the lightest aging option if they have one, or ask for no aging if they offer that. It depends really on the brand, but something that doesn't scream, oh, I'm a Relic guitar, and then use that and play it, because that's gonna show some wear in the same way as old guitars like 50s, 60s Teles did, and Les Pauls and all those guitars did. That's not something that will happen with like mass-produced guitars, mostly because of the finish, because mostly brands wanted to avoid having a chipped or cracked finish on day one. They don't want to have issues with customers who don't like that. They want the guitars to look perfect. But if you want that, go for some sort of like a Fender Journeyman or Closet Classic. I think it's an option where they don't have any actual wear, no dings and nothing. Maybe the metal hardware is a little sort of matte or oxidized and tiny little things, but no actual wear. That's, I think, where you can get away with getting a new instrument instead of a super expensive vintage one, and still get an instrument that will age with you. All right, thanks so much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about aged guitars aging with you. There's quite a bit of controversy in there. Yeah, let me know, and see you in the next video next week. Bye bye.